Good morning. I hope everyone is fabulous. I'm excited to be coming on today for this workshop about creating mind shifts through self-reflection. So self-reflection is all about bringing your attention to, everything that's happening in an open-minded way, right? So it's this idea of kind of taking a step back and just allowing yourself to think. And so often our lives are busy. There's always a million things going on. So we can get caught up in that cycle of going and doing and not really taking some time to really just sit back and think about it all. So for me, one of the best ways that I like to do it is as part of my morning routine. Hey, Sharanda, how are you? I've been getting up early and I will tap for 15 minutes and then I will meditate and then I will journal. And usually that takes about 30 to 45 minutes for me. But in doing so, I become aware of kind of the thoughts that were creeping around in my head, and it brings about some new realizations. So that's what self-reflection is all about, is giving yourself that time and that space to just think, and then have some and give yourself some new perspective, really, right? So it can help you understand why you're feeling a certain way, and it can create breakthroughs, helping you recognize to what it is that you need to do next. And sometimes things just come to you, right? When you give yourself the space, it's amazing. It truly is amazing. The new thoughts that come in. It's like little, like the little light bulb going off, or I like to think of it as like little light streams from above that are coming in. Okay, what else does self-reflection do? It helps you look back to, where you were and how far you've come. Because like I said, sometimes we're so focused on moving forward that we forget to celebrate how far we've come, right? And if we don't, and it's so important. It's so important to celebrate those things along the way, because it's important that it makes you feel good, right? And I'm sure you guys are, if you haven't realized already, like I am all about feeling good, doing the things that are going to make you feel good. Self-reflection increases self-awareness, and it helps you recognize where you are, but also where you want to go. Sometimes we need clarity on where we want to go, and taking that time and taking that space can help you do that. And what else do I have written down here? Living with intention. Reminding yourself what's important on a daily basis, bringing joy into your life. Self-reflection can do that. It helps you focus on what's really important. When when I have something that's going on that is bothering me, then it's easy to get wrapped up in that, right? But it's also really helpful to try and think of the big picture. Okay, in the big picture, is this that big of a deal for me? Is it really is it enough to really make my day bad, right? I have the choice to do things differently here. And so those are the reasons why self-reflection is important. And I'm going to talk now about the different types of mind shifts, right? Okay. So one, which I kind of alluded to already, is a gratitude mind shift, right? So this is, instead of focusing on the things that you don't have or what's not going well for you, shifting your focus to your blessings, finding the goodness in the here and the now, okay? And then what else? Here we go. A self-creation mindset or mind shift. Rather than allowing your problems to, just erupt with unexpected frequency coming at you all over the place, Create your life to minimize the possibility of problems. When problems arise, seek the gift or the opportunity of the situation, right? So what is this? So one of the things that I like to say to myself when things are tough and there is a problem, what is this here to teach me? What is the lesson in this? And maybe the lesson is patience. Maybe the lesson is, I need to take time to rest. If it's something, if something physically is going on with you and you're being forced to rest, what's the lesson? Maybe I need to take more time for myself to rest, right? So trying to just shift your mind to focus on the gift of the situation, the lesson that's creating, and embracing that. And then a personal responsibility mind shift. This one, it can get a little sticky, I guess, but accepting that you have something to do with the problem at hand, right? And taking and acknowledging your part in being in the situation that you're in, and acknowledge the choices and the actions that you have taken, or the lack of action that you have taken that has put you in this situation. And that can be enough to motivate you to do something differently. Okay. A self-trust mind shift. Shifting away from thinking that everybody else has the answers, that the answers are out here somewhere, right? No, I talk about this a lot. The answers are within. So letting go of your self-judgment and trusting your intuition, trusting those little nudges that come along the way, that you do know what's best. You don't need to go asking everybody, and notice that, right? So when you have something going on in your life and you feel the need to go, ask your best friend, ask your mom, ask your dad, ask, your neighbor for all these opinions, notice when you're doing that. And that is an indication that, like, hold on, maybe I just need to take some time to self-reflect and think about what I truly want, because the decision that somebody else would make about whatever the issue is that you're dealing with isn't necessarily going to be the best decision for you. So keeping that in mind, trusting yourself. A life engagement mind shift, choosing to be fully alive and engaged in your life, and pushing past the fear. Fear can stop us in our tracks. Fear of fear of public speaking, right? There's fear of anything. People have so many fears. There's fears of flying, fears of starting the business that you want to start, fear of writing what people are going to think, what people think of you, whatever the fear is. Push past that. Do something to step into it, because then you're going to be truly engaged, and embrace that change, and it's going to make your life feel better. A self-first mind shift. Become healthfully selfish about your life instead of always putting others first. And I know that there's a lot of women in this group, there's a lot of moms in this group, and as a collective, right, I think it's safe to say that moms are always putting everybody else before them. And so taking the time to think about what's important and putting yourself first, it's okay. And you can do that, and you can do that without guilt. And you can have that energy and life. And when you give to yourself in that way, then you're going to show up differently for the people that you love and that love you the most and need you the most. So putting yourself first, that's a really important mind shift, in my opinion. An initiative taking mind shift. So don't wait for somebody else to tell you it's okay, or don't wait for someone to push you into doing something. Be the go-getter and go do it. And that also is going to motivate you and bring joy into your life. Like, kick your own butt. Don't wait for somebody else to push you and make you do something. Okay. Action-oriented mind shift. Okay, so this one, don't just read about it, don't just talk about it, go and do it. Well, we can talk, and this I feel like is a great thing to talk about with the new year and everything. And I mean, health is obviously something that comes up a lot with the new year. So people are talking about, the things that they're gonna go to the gym all the time. They're gonna eat healthy. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. No, like you can say all that stuff till you're blue in the face, but if you're not actually taking action, creating a plan and actually taking action, that's nothing's going to shift. So taking time to recognize and reflect on if that's something that you do and you're aware of, make it a small change at first and commit to it and take the action and do it. And the final mind shift that I'm going to be talking to you about today is the present moment mind shift. It's about recreating yourself every day, living in the moment, except for just a moment that you are, your perceptions might about whatever the situation is might not be accurate, and that you can pick, you can choose what you want, right? Like you can choose what you want in this life. So allow yourself to take the time to question how you're thinking about things, reflect on how you're thinking about things. Because sometimes we get so caught up in this is how it is, this is how it is, this is what I believe. And you're like, why do I believe that? So take a moment to take that step back and be in the present moment. Allow yourself to sit, to be, to meditate, whether that's, a moving meditation, just going for a walk and allowing the thoughts to go through, or whether that's a silent meditation, and then journal on it and see what comes up for you based on whatever thoughts were swirling around in your head. So self-reflection can create huge mind shifts. And I hope that this was helpful, and that, you take time to do this regularly. Let's see your comments. Sharanda, oh, you do this every day. That's awesome. I mean, me too. It's a great practice. Taking the time to just allow your thoughts to be and take a step back really does create huge change in your life and really does bring joy. So that is all I have today for this little workshop. I am excited about having Jessica come live on Friday. I posted about that yesterday. If you didn't see that post, Jessica is an intuitive, and she is going to be doing some readings live on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern. And you can, in the thread that she created, you can ask questions of her about your own life, and there's some examples in there. So I am excited for all of you to experience that. It's going to be a fun experience. So sending lots of love, and I will talk to you guys all soon. As always, feel free to reach out to me if you have questions about anything that I'm talking about, or if you are, if you're curious about any of the things that I talk about. Energy work is so amazing, and it really does help to shift how you are feeling. We can have so much stagnant energy that is holding us back in our lives, and if that is something that you feel like you've got going on and is holding you back in some way, let's talk. So shoot me a message or something, okay? Sending you guys so much love, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great rest of your day.